absolutely. And one of the big things is the advocacy piece. I mean, even when I was in library school in the mid-90s, I mean, it really never taught us that we needed to advocate for the value of libraries. I mean, it was just sort of it was implicit, really. And now, you know, especially in these tough economic times, we're having to be much more vocal. And that's actually not a role that librarians are especially comfortable with. You know, you think of the stereotype of the mild and self-effacing librarian, and to a certain extent that's true. I mean, although I would say that some of us do defy that stereotype.
Yes, they run the gamut. I've known some librarians, all right? They run the gamut. First of all, maybe also Jill Dugas-Hughes, you can tell us what the Connecticut Library Consortium is and does. I mean, I happen to know, but tell the rest of it.
Absolutely. We are a membership organization that supports libraries. We help leverage the power of an individual library's dollar by collectively joining together and sharing resources. We negotiate discounts on behalf of libraries. We helped save libraries over $5 million last year on books alone. We are an invaluable resource. We were. Now the state, Connecticut, talks about the power of regionalism. We have been, in effect, regionalizing the entire state for many years.
But you really had to fight for budget dollars. I mean, I remember a pretty big budget fight about a year ago about.
In fact, yes, our budget was zeroed out completely last year, and in the final stages, our budget was put back in with. We did have.
So it turned out you were good at advocacy. Yeah.
I was just going to say, Jill. It's part of the state budget. It's in the state.
We are funded primarily through state dollars right now. We are a nonprofit organization, but we do get an operating budget grant from the state.
Yeah, and in fact, in 2008, we were facing the complete elimination of several statewide library programs, including the ICON Connecticut Digital Library and the Connecticut program. And, you know, we had to get loud and proud then. And I think it worked to our advantage because people, again, they don't really see librarians, you know, getting out there in the streets. And
so the Connecticut program is a program that many of you probably take advantage of that is in many ways unique to Connecticut. You can use your local library card to use any library in the state as well as return books at any library in the state. So we offer delivery. The state library offers delivery service statewide. And then also Debbie was talking about...
this guy in the front row, he likes the Connecticut.
Right. It is an incredible resource. Again, libraries are really good at cooperating and sharing resources, and this is just one other way that libraries join together to offer residents, no matter where you are in the state,
I want to say
all of the resources.
Maybe actually Debbie can say a little bit more about ICON too, because I think this is a really important service that a lot of people don't know about. And ICON, I mean, one example I can give you that's sort of remarkable about ICON, if you need to search, for example, say, the Hartford Courant, and you want to get on the Hartford Courant website, you won't get very far back with the Hartford Courant, in terms of sort of being able to access back articles. The Hartford Courant website doesn't take you very far back. They don't have the capacity to archive it. On ICON, though, you can search back probably, into the 1700s or something.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing resource, and in fact, you're right. You do hit a paywall if you do go to the current.com website, and unfortunately, the state library doesn't really have any budget for promoting ICON. They did at the beginning, and I think that it's been a struggle to get the word out. And
certainly, first of all, let's promote it right now. So first of all, say where it is. How do you get to it?
Well, the address is www.icon.org.
How do you spell ICON?
ICONN.
Got it. Do you need the www? You probably don't.
No. You probably don't.
There's a training class upstairs in about an hour.
I'm going to get me to get rid of the www. You just don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And then right from pretty much every library website in Connecticut, there's a link right to the ICON databases, which for small to medium-sized libraries are an invaluable resource. So we couldn't afford to buy those on our own. We wouldn't have that.
And for anybody doing research too, I mean, really, they're incredible. And I think in particular, for me anyway, I do need to search a lot in newspapers, including for articles that I myself wrote in 1920 or something. and you can't search on the newspaper websites. You guys have them though. They're all sort of ponded back up there. Yeah, go, who was about to talk?
One of the fabulous things about ICON is for libraries is that it is funded through state dollars. So all of the money is collected and handed over to the state library to purchase these databases on behalf of the entire state. There are many, many more resources that that ICON does not have the money to purchase licenses for the entire state of Connecticut. Those are very expensive licenses. So that's where individual libraries, depending on their specific community needs, would purchase databases. The problem that we've been having is circulation has been going up dramatically, as well as the cost of materials and the cost of these databases have been going up dramatically.
Why is it a problem, Jill, that circulation, that sounds like a good thing, that circulation.
I'm sorry. It's a fabulous thing that circulation has been going
That
up.
means somebody still reads, right?
It does, but the problem, what I meant to say is that our operating budgets have dropped.
Okay.
They have been progressively going down. And this year, for the first time in 15 years, our operating budgets have dropped. Each year, library visits have been increasing. The technology at libraries has been increasing. You were talking about how libraries have been changing, and that the innovation that libraries are able to provide now, it is books, but it's much more than books, and that they have much greater costs than we had in the past, and our budgets have been going down.
The good news is that you're more relevant and more used than ever. The bad news is that you're teetering on the brink of bankruptcy and catastrophe.
And at
Just-
the town level too, Colin. State level and the town
Where's Henry
level.
Hall now?
Yeah.
We need more of
Yeah,
his
but-
time.
I know.
I thought Debbie said they were good advocates. It sounds like they're pretty good advocates. All right, we're going to take a little break here. We are live from the Henry Carter Hall Library. Let's hear that. Let's hear a little noise again for the Henry Carter Hall. They know how to party at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
And she made